Welcome to Scarlet Pleat Self-Sufficiency, where today we teach my star pupil Dulcie how to machine knit a skirt technique, the pleated skirt technique. Basically using a thick and a thin yarn, alternating 10 rows at the same tension until you have a long stripe of material. 10 rows of thin yarn, 10 rows of thick yarn, until you have the desired amount. And then we're just going to put it onto a quick little band or welt, hooking it up now. So we'll hook it up using the transfer tool, or the 3 and 1 prong. We're going to pick it up, and we're going to, that thin yarn in the middle there, that's going to be the pleat. So we hook up our stitches on the thicker yarn, and then we pick up in 3 places with the single prong, just like that. One at the side, one in the middle, and one at the other side, and hook it all onto the same needle. And then with the loop of yarn that we left between the 2 sets of fabric or yarn, we're going to use that to hook up and stitch also back the 1 stitch. So there is no longer 3 stitches on the yarn or 3 pieces on the yarn. Now he's knit it back by hand. There's only 1 on the yarn, on the needle, sorry. Pick up some more and work all the way along till we've got the pleats beautifully on the machine. Now this is Dulcie's first go at doing this. It's just a little sample. It's a really great technique. You can use it for skirts, you could use it for sleeves, you can do all sorts with it. I actually made a nice scarf with this technique. It's just, I don't know, it's just really good. I don't think I'd make skirts these days out of it, but I definitely add it into my garments in a fashionable, different twist. So Dulcie's taken over now, and she's doing really well, gathering those onto the needles. And we're going to knit a little welt here, or a little band. So we're going to take the tension up to a looser tension to knit 1 row, as we've got a lot on the needles there. Checking it's all stitched properly and nothing's been broken. And then we're going to knit with a moderate tension 10 rows or 5 rows, depending on how thick you want your waistband. 1 row in the center loose for the fold line, and then your 5 or 10 rows, however many you chose to do, again to create the band. And now what we're going to do, after we've knitted those other side of the welt, we're going to pick up those stitches and put them onto the needle and create the band. I did every other here with her because I thought it would create a less bulky finish. Looking good, Dulcie. Every needle out just to help the machine along. A loose tension, holding the fabric down with my hand, and Dulcie's knitting there. And now I'll leave Dulcie the pleasure of casting that all off by hand. Now, to prevent the yarn from being stretched too tightly and the fabric to be a tight cast off, I start the cast off behind the sinker hooks on the first 1 or 2 stitches, and then cast off as usual. That holds the fabric width and prevents you getting it tighter and tighter as you go along. Good, hey? Finish off those last 2 stitches there, Dulcie. Chop, chop. Look at those beautiful nails. Isn't she good? I don't know how she managed it with those lovely nails. I'd find them dangerous weapons in my hands. Last stitch. Finish it off. And let's have a look what we've done. We've got a nice little waistband there. And you see how short it is now? It's probably about 6 inches in length. But now comes the magic of how to steam it and create the fabric. So we put a metal rod through the band we've created. And we're going to hook something on the bottom now that we can put weights on to stretch. So we have this hand knitting needle thing that saves your knitting for you onto it. It's like a big safety clip. Now, we don't ever finish this length of yarn for the work off on and cast off on the side, because we want to stretch the fabric. So we've always put it off onto waste yarn. You see how much it's going to stretch? Suspend it on something, either a chair or a clothes horse like this. You need a steamer underneath, a plastic bag or dustbin bag. Thread it through the holes we've just clipped, back onto the thing that's going to suspend it, like that. Fix your steamer underneath, put your weighted weight on the bottom, the needle, steaming away, and watch the work just grow and grow till it hits the floor. Still a bit more growing in this, so we're going to lift it up higher onto the next rung of the clothes horse. Carefully, don't burn yourself, there's a lot of hot steam in there. And let it continue its magic, filling the bag with steam and stretching away. Looks like we're finished now, after leaving it settle for a short time before we remove it, because we want it to set. Now we take it out of the bag when it's cool and set, and look at that amazing work Dulcie's done. She absolutely loved it. It looks fabulous and it's inspiring. What could she make with that then? Now we've got the size set. The side can now be cast off however you want, or joined to the other side of the skirt. Look at that lovely, lovely design. The shape on the bottom, it's gorgeous. So I hope you liked that. If you do, please watch some more of my videos. Like, subscribe, share, and give me a comment so I know you're there. See you soon. Thanks for watching.